This is the #1 cause of failure when trying to use the law of attraction to manifest what you want in life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. When you learn this thing, every one of the failures and challenges you see right now in your life and you're like, dang it, or you're bummed about it, all of that stuff will start to fall away. And I can't wait to share it with you. So I want you to think about this. What happens when most people fail at something? When they get rejected, they ask somebody out, or they ask for a raise, or they share a new idea at work, or they try to start their dream business, or they try to sell something. What happens? When they get rejected or they fail, they take it personal. The #1 reason that people fail in life is that they take their own failures personal. Everyone's heard the Thomas Edison story, right? He failed like 10,000 times before he created the light bulb or whatever. Well, look at it in this way, actually. Here's a unique way to consider it. The reason that Thomas Edison became a success is because he did not take failure personal. He didn't take it personal. Most people, the reason that they would have quit is because they would have taken that personal. And what I mean by that is when your bank account isn't where you want it to be and you're doing your visualizations, you're doing your affirmations, you're working hard, you have clear goals, or you ask somebody out and they say no, or you're working on a new invention and it doesn't work out as quickly as you want. What happens when we meet failure, rejection, disappointment, setbacks, challenges, we take it personal. So we look at that experience as a reflection of our own self-worth. It's a situation or experience. That's all it is. It's not a reflection of who you are as a person or your character. In fact, your character is much more defined by what you do with what happens than what actually happens. But what happens is that you might be getting pushed up against the wall. Things might not be that easy. And you might be saying, why God, am I stupid? You might be looking in the mirror and you might think it's because you're not that smart. You don't think you're good looking enough for whatever reason. You don't think you're deserving enough. It's not personal. Your dream is asking you, who are you willing to become? Spirit never manifests itself other than perfectly. Life throws challenges not to kill us, but to transform us. But most people think that it's out there to kill them, that life is out there to get them. And you heard the old adage, life's a bitch and then you die. One of my best friends in middle school and high school, her mom used to say that all the time. And I remember, I didn't even know that much, but I was like, she's not that happy. And she always says that. Why? Most people believe that if life isn't out to get them, which most people do believe, they believe that a failure is a reflection of who they are. It's not who you are. It's not who you are at all. You can go down the laundry list of successful individuals who became a success and you can pinpoint it into one thing. They did not take failure personal. Anyone who's a major success has a tremendous amount of failure, and usually they have more failures than people that actually aren't even successful at all. Why? Because they've tried more. They put their heart out more. Your trouble isn't that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not good looking enough, or you're not deserving enough, or you live in the wrong country, you don't have the right money, or you don't have the right resources. Those are not the problems. The problem is you don't have enough scars on your heart, you haven't got enough blood on your knee, you haven't gotten up enough times, because every time you fall, you say, something's wrong with me. What would be wrong with me? I guess this is just not meant to be. I guess God doesn't want this. The universe doesn't want this for me. This law of attraction stuff doesn't work. I like listening to Jake. He's funny and he's entertaining and he gets me inspired, but you know, I don't think any of this is really that true. You know, it works for some people. No, it works for everyone. It's just that most people quit before they get there. There's a chapter in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, 3 feet from gold. Don't quit 3 feet from gold. So when you meet adversity in any way, shape, or form, notice when you want to take it personal. It's not a reflection of you. That's the only reason Thomas Edison became a success. He did not take failure personal. He didn't take it personal. So when someone says no, you say next. No, next, no, next, no, next. When someone says no, you say next. No, next, no, next, no, next. You just get that stuck in your head. You don't have to be the smartest person. You don't have to be the best looking person. You don't have to be the most charismatic person, but you need to be one of the most persistent people. Jack Canfield says SW, 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 SW. Some will say yes. Some will say no. So what? Someone's waiting. Someone's waiting. You know how many publishers said no to me? You know how many people write me negative emails and leave negative comments on my videos? You know how many people do that? More and more and more as my message is reaching more and more people. You know how many publishers said no? So many, enough where like I spent times where I was like crying. I felt heartbroken. I thought there was no way that things would work out. But someone is waiting. Some will say yes, some will say no. So what? Someone's waiting. Someone is waiting. I had to tell myself somebody is waiting to be inspired by these videos. Even though when no one was watching, you can go back and sort by my oldest videos. You'll see them with 100 views. But I knew somebody was waiting for these videos. I knew somebody was waiting for my books, even though no publishers agreed, even though none of my friends agreed, even though no one that I knew thought it was a good idea for me to do what I'm doing 6, 7 years ago when I was starting. I knew someone was waiting. So have that bigger vision. And remember, when someone says no, you say next. Failure isn't something to take personal. It's just an event. And if that's a crazy concept, download my free success hypnosis. Download that, jakeshypnosis.com. It's all in the programming subconsciously. You have to start rewriting the subconscious program, or else that program's gonna keep saying, yeah, it's because you're stupid. Yeah, it's because you're dumb. Yeah, it's because of this. So download jakeshypnosis.com. Press the subscribe button in the corner. Tell me where in the world you're coming from. I'd love to know. I'm in Maui and I'd love to know where you're coming from. Remember, when someone says no, guess what you say? Actually, why don't you comment it instead of me telling you? What do you do when someone says no? Comment it down below. See you on the next video.